Welcome back to GMC Fox Edition this morning. A local family just recently got some news that they were not expecting going into the holiday season. And joining us right now is Kiera Bailey. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Doing well. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. First off, I know that recently you got some news when it comes to your daughter, Arizona. So tell me, how old is Arizona, and tell us what happened.
So Arizona is 23 months old. Her birthday is in 20 days from now. She'll be 2. She was presenting some very odd symptoms, but she's young, so we thought it was her just developing. She would walk a little crooked. She would fall down. We just thought it was normal toddler gait, just the way they run into walls and so forth. But one day she was rolling down the hill outside as little kids play, and she became completely unresponsive.
Wow.
And I picked her up and was screaming her name. We found out that 12 days ago, we found out that she actually has a tumor on her brainstem, which is inoperable. It's called a DIPG, which stands for diffuse intrinsic pontine glioma. And this diagnosis is a very rare case. Only 200 to 300 kids are diagnosed with this, and it usually affects kids from 4 to 7 years of age. So she's a very odd case, and they said that catching it early was actually in her favor, but that her life expectancy with the way that she's been diagnosed so far is between 12 and 15 months.
I know that we have talked prior to this interview, and you are a woman of faith, you and your family. And yes. I know that so many people are praying for you online. I ran across the story. A friend of mine sent it to me over the weekend. So when people watch this story, how can they help you and your family as you deal with such a challenging road ahead?
Sure. So there's multiple ways that our family is asking for assistance. First and foremost is prayer and building that community of support around us, because we know that that is such a strong power. The second way is obviously with funding. We're going to have a lot of medical expenses and travel expenses to be able to make sure she gets the best treatment possible. And we're getting a little creative with that. So folks that have maybe airline miles or hotel points, or someone that, is a stay-at-home mom and would like to maybe, help us with some childcare. That's also something that's going to be a little bit of a struggle for us as well. And then, of course, there's going to be food costs and things that are extraneous outside of that. So any help is welcome from anyone. And all of this information can be found at www.arizonasarmy.org. And you can read about Arizona, her tumor, and the different ways that they can help.
And Kiera, really quickly before we wrap up this morning, when you hearing this, your family and so many people rallying behind you and your family, supporting you and praying for you during this difficult time, when you think about your faith, I know your faith is being tested, but I know that it's all going to be okay because God is going to work it all out for us.
That's definitely my hope. I'm actually a childhood leukemia survivor myself, and I know that He worked a miracle on me. I'm just hoping that Arizona gets the same opportunity that I have.
Wow. Definitely go to the website this morning. You can be of an assistance to Arizona's family. Again, Kiera, thank you for sharing your story with us this morning. And certainly you and your family, as well as Arizona, are all in our prayers, because we know that this is going to be worked out, because we know that there's power in prayer, my friend, and you hold in there, and with your family, we'll be praying for you.
Thank you so much, Greg. I appreciate that.